Hello everyone, welcome to Quarter Flips, or welcome back to Quarter Flips, whichever it is. I'm Dave, this is my channel. Before we get started today, could you do me a favor and subscribe if you're not already subscribed? See, I started this channel in January as an offshoot of Quarterbash, my collecting channel, where I basically do coin collections and miniatures and vinyl collecting, things like that over there. Real heavy emphasis on coins. But I wanted to do something where I was talking about sales and reselling and what I was doing in my day-to-day life. And that's what this channel is all about. It's been nice to see the numbers of subscribers grow, but I'd really like to see them grow a little bit faster. It's just such encouragement for me to make these videos to see that number going up. So right now, before I get started, if you would please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. You can leave a like if you like too, but you know what? That's entirely up to you. It's all up to you. So today I want to talk about, well, I'm going to show my sales for the last couple of days. Just a few sales, get that out of the way since I show everything that I sell on here. And then I'm going to talk about shipping and the way I set my shipping prices, the way it's different between Discogs and eBay and why, and specifically what my philosophy is around my shipping prices on Discogs. And who knows, if you sell on Discogs, you might like that idea and adjust the way you do it. So let's do these sales and then we'll get to that. First up, more e.l.f. makeup. This is Luminous Matte Makeup Primer, lit from within. 3 of these sold for $8.99 plus shipping. Sold this End of the Line DVD. I don't know if you can see it. It's got like a luminescent kind of cover, like reflective. I don't know how well that's coming through. Anyway, this one sold for $17.99 plus shipping. Found this one in an antique mall. I think I paid $4.99 for it. Also, not plus shipping, shipping included. So, yeah, I don't think like $8 in the end. That's cool. Sold this instruction manual for the Nintendo Entertainment System game Contra, a classic. Instruction manual is not in the best condition, but it's decent. That sold for $11 plus shipping on eBay. And sold some more miniatures. These Eldar Warp Spiders for Warhammer 40k, they sold for $8.99 plus shipping. And this Painted Storm Giant by Raw Partha, a classic, sold for $9.99 plus shipping. And then the rest of today's sales were on Discogs. First up, the Back to Donut compilation from the label No Idea, with just a whole bunch of classic, I think mostly Florida bands. Maybe all Florida bands. Not entirely sure about that. Anyway, that sold for $4.99 plus shipping. Plus shipping. We'll get to that in just a second after I show you this next one, which is the Weird Science LP. Can you see that? Let's take this glaring cover off and take a look at what this thing actually is. Weird Science soundtrack. Look at this. It's got a hole punch in it, like a really rough hole punch that looks more like a bullet went through it. But it's through the barcode. It was remaindered or whatever it is they do to make that happen. It's got some ring wear. It's got a sticker. OK95, I have to assume this is a radio station, but perhaps in Oklahoma. I don't know. OK95, I don't know where this record came from originally. But that's stuck on the front. That's not part of the artwork. And then, of course, the classic, our two characters creating a woman and, learning a lesson about how to treat women, I think. Classic film. I love it. It was a big part of my childhood. And people, look for the soundtracks to these John Hughes films. Certainly this and Pretty in Pink for sure. Oh, and The Breakfast Club. I mean, who can forget that? Okay, this record sold for $8.99, even in this condition, plus $3 for shipping. And here's the thing. This record is going to cost more than $3 to send. Once I package this up, the way I package it up, and I'll show what that package looks like, this record is going to cost $3.45 to send by media mail. So I only charge $3 for it. And here's why I do that. When you're selling on Discogs, you are going up against other people who are offering the same product, usually for the same price range. So what that means is on Discogs, a lot of the pricing has to do about the condition of a record, right? If it's VG, near mint, any of those things. I think this was G plus and then VG for the vinyl maybe. I can't remember exactly how I had it listed, but I know that once it hit other records in that range, I set the pricing around what those records sell for on there. And you can go onto Discogs and see historical sales records, and you can see what other people are selling that specific record for right now. You put it into a marketplace consisting of other copies of that exact record. So what I tend to do is price it in a price range that I think will sell, but maybe sometimes make it $1 or $2 higher than what other records with the same rating are up for sale for. Now, a big part of it also has to do with whether those records are for sale in the United States or outside the United States. Because anything that's for sale outside of the United States, if someone wanted to buy it in the United States, which is right now the only place where I sell, they would have to pay a lot of shipping. So even if your record was $2 or $3 more expensive, your shipping would be so much cheaper that it would make sense to buy your copy than one that was in France or something. But be that as it may, let's take all of that out of it and just talk about US shipping. I charge $3 for the first item on Discogs as long as it's a standard item, like a 7-inch, a CD, or vinyl. I think a double LP or a double CD might automatically jump it up to $4 just the way the weights are set. But with something like a record that's just standard, it's $3. You can look at what other people have set for their shipping amounts. A lot of times they'll go $4, $5. Some people do as high as like $6.50, $7. And the idea is, I guess, maybe you'll buy multiple items from them and you'll make the most of the shipping costs because it won't keep increasing. Maybe. I don't know how they have it set. That could be the case. Maybe just the idea is that they know there's a lot of fees and things coming off and they want the amount they charge for shipping and handling to cover the fees for you to buy that record from them. I don't like that. I set $3 as my starting point for this specific reason. When you look at a list of records, it shows you the cheapest. I think you can set this, but the way I have it set, it shows you the cheapest version all the way down to the most expensive version. But it takes shipping into account. So if someone has the same record as me up for $6.99, but they have $5 shipping, people see my record and their record as essentially being the same final cost. They'll realize that. A lot of times they'll have even higher shipping amounts, or the record base cost will be $1 less, but their shipping will be more. The idea that I have is that extra 45 cents that I pay to get that record sold is like the advertising that I paid on the record. I just absorb the cost as part of the cost of doing business, and the record sells. Because what's way better than having a record up for a good price on Discogs is having a sold record and money in your pocket. And that's really just taking into account LPs. Most of the LPs that I put up, they sell for enough money that I can absorb that 45 cents loss plus, the transaction fee from PayPal and Discogs cut. With 7 inches, CDs, single versions that are lighter, it costs less than $3 to send. So I don't have that problem at all. And the minute anyone adds a second item, my shipping price jumps up to just $4, which is still good. You're getting 2 items, but also now it's still going to go for $3.45. If I put this record and someone buys a 7-inch, it just goes with this record and it still costs $3.45 to send. It doesn't add that much weight to the package. Now, all of this is different than the way things work on eBay. Because on eBay, they take into account what you're charging for shipping and they charge a fee on top of that. Now, I know that's been a very controversial thing. Let me set this down. And I was really pissed off about that originally, but then I looked into it a little bit more and I kind of understand why eBay did it. People were listing items for 99 cents or a penny and then setting the shipping to be so much more than what the shipping was actually going to cost that they would get the money for the item and not have to pay eBay fees for selling it. Scammers ruined it for the rest of us, just like they always do. So on eBay, when you price something, you have to take into account there's going to be this extra fee that you pay on the shipping in order to do that business, which to me doesn't seem that much different than considering that I'm going to have to pay an extra 45 cents for every LP that I sell and only get $3 for the shipping to pack it up and ship it. So anyway, that's it. I hope it's helpful. I hope if you're selling on Discogs, if you're selling on Discogs, you probably already know why you do the things you do, but if this makes you look at it a little bit differently, cool. Likewise, if you have any good advice for me from selling on Discogs, I'm no expert. Tell me what you do, and maybe I'll adjust the way I do things in the future. We can all learn from each other, I hope. And if you're thinking about selling on Discogs, and you're not sure how it all works, maybe this will help. The main piece of advice I will give you is grade your records correctly. Make it so that the record you send the person is as good or better than the way you described it, and they'll always be happy. As long as the record gets to them in the same condition it left you, which means package it very well. And that's Discogs in a nutshell. All right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. I think I already asked you that, but if you haven't, and now you've watched the video and you think, hey, I should, subscribe to that guy, do it. All right, thanks. I'll see you next time.